You're listening to the Simon and Alex Show podcast.
I'm pretty sure this is copyrighted.
No.
I'm not quite getting the joke here.
The way you shake and shiver.
I'm not quite... What was that for?
Our intro.
Our intro.
Simon and Alex Show, baby.
We can't use that as an intro.
Yeah, we did.
We're going to get sued.
It just means, it just means that Scooby-Doo are listening to the podcast.
Yeah, that's not we're not tempting fate here. I have no idea how I'm going to deal with that in the edit, but we'll get there when we get there. How have you been, Alex?
Not too bad.
No?
Not too bad. I have an apology to make.
Oh, do you?
Is your sister there?
She is not, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, to you and Kat, last week I said that I was not a massive fan of Hamilton, that it was a glorified pantomime, and I don't think I've stopped listening to the soundtrack.
That's how it gets you. That's how it gets you.
It's catchy as hell. Like, it's super catchy.
See, yeah, the music is better than you were giving it credit for.
Oh, it's so much better. And it tells the story. Oh,
did you actually find out the lyrics?
I've been learning the lyrics. Yeah. There's the song where, because you know how I've always struggled with ABCs.
Yes.
We've talked about this in an earlier podcast. I can't spell in ABCs. Thanks to the Hamilton soundtrack, I can now spell my name capital letters.
It's not capital. It is not capital letters.
What? It is. ALEXANDER. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe this was a bad idea. If you're going to be singing this all the time,
we should do a musical. The Simon and Alex Show musical. A musical podcast.
We're not doing a musical.
We have friends who are musically gifted.
Absolutely not.
This is happening. Don't worry. I don't know whether it's the Wi-Fi here. Have you done something to it?
To the Wi-Fi at the house?
Yeah.
How could I have done something to it?
You could restrict my bandwidth when you were in the house, and now that you're gone.
No,
okay.
I'm not that evil.
Okay. I wouldn't put it past one of our other housemates from last year.
Yeah. Actually, when I get back, let me have a look at that just to make sure nothing had been set up.
Don't worry. As long as you can't see my history when you're doing that.
You can't do that, don't worry.
Whew. It's always a relief.
I do hope that means that we're not going to have any knocks from police officers at the door from anything you've been browsing.
Not me?
Yeah.
No, we're going to delve into this. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. You know, sometimes you do get letters from the justice system about downloading music online. I know it's the most illegal thing you can do on the internet.
I don't.
No, I know.
You just... Okay.
No, it's never happened to me. It's happened to my stepsister before, where she got a letter about we've detected that you've been downloading movies off the internet and don't do this. It doesn't mean it. It's just a warning.
Yeah. Are you sure it wasn't like a... Also, they weren't asking for details or anything. It wasn't like spam or like phishing.
No.
Kind of. They should do that for all crime.
All crime?
Like, we noticed you robbed a bank last week. Can you please try not to do it again? Just a warning. You can keep the money. It's all right.
I'm not entirely sure how effective that would be. And there's a lot of things where a warning after you've done it is probably not the best thing to do. Like murder. It's like, all right, okay, everyone gets one. Everyone gets one murder they can do, and then after that,
trial and error, Simon.
After that, you've had your warning. 3 strikes and you're out.
It's a good system.
It's not a good
system. I'm not saying for murder, but definitely for theft and, well, definitely, yeah. There would be categories for crime. If you steal like a chocolate bar or a loaf of bread to feed your family, Simon, your family are starving. They just want some food. They just want some bread. What are you going to do? You're going to steal a loaf of bread, yeah?
Okay, but hang on. So you're saying everyone gets a free pass for one crime, basically?
Yeah.
You can do one crime, and then it's like,
petty,
okay,
one petty crime,
right?
A crime that would get you in prison for a year or less,
right? So
everyone gets a free pass.
What is if everyone's got one crime, you may as well make the most use out of it, right? What is the most?
As long as you wouldn't get put.
Yeah, what's the most you can do that would still considered a petty crime?
Because you don't get jail time for like a hit and run, do you?
If you get caught
You just have to pay like a fine.
for hitting someone,
No, a hit and run, like in a car. Like if you crash into someone and drive off.
sure.
That's illegal, but I don't think you get jail time for it.
Yeah, you have to deal with insurance companies.
Insurance fraud.
Yeah. I mean,
Which one's illegal? Is it tax evasion or the other one?
tax evasion is illegal. In theory.
Okay, there's one that there's two different versions of it. One's illegal, one's immoral.
Do you mean like offshore bank accounts and that sort of thing?
Yes, I don't think that's illegal, but it is immoral.
Yeah, but it should be, I think.
Yeah. So putting money into like bank accounts offshore,
Yes, so you pay less tax.
it's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
It's not. So that wouldn't be
As far as I'm aware, I'm no master of economics.
that wouldn't be a mark against your name. You could still commit your one crime as well as tax evade.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a crime that
This
would
is
get you
tough.
about a year.
This is tough. None of the ones that involve actually hurting people, but I mean,
Vandalism.
vandalism's an alright one. I think that's a depends what you're vandalizing.
A vehicle. A public service vehicle.
Okay. That might get you a little bit of jail time.
Maybe a penalty, but it would be less than a year. So we can say that everybody can vandalise a public service vehicle.
Yeah.
Police car, ambulance, fire truck, whatever you want.
That's still not a good use of the crime, though, is what I'm thinking.
What do you think?
Like, you don't really get anything out of that.
Because hijacking a plane's obviously going to get you a bit more jail time than a year.
Yeah, just a little bit more. They're kind of jumpy about that sort of thing.
Okay, got it.
Right.
Breaking and entry,
Okay.
no theft, but you break and enter a theme park, turn all the rides on, and have a great day.
That's a pretty good one. You're not going to get more than a year for that, I would
You haven't
guess.
stolen anything.
No,
You just trespassed.
I think trespassing is the way to go. Just go places you're not allowed to go.
Yeah. Buckingham Palace. There was a guy who broke into Buckingham Palace a few years ago and just stood at the foot of the Queen's bed. I don't know where he is now, but
I'm pretty sure he was sent to jail.
okay.
But
He
quite frankly,
might
it's
have been let
impressive
off.
he got that far.
Yeah. So under the new Simon and Alex government, he would probably be given some kind of medal or like a sticker for saying like good use of your one crime.
Yeah, I would say that's a creative use of your one crime. I think that's what you have to do. You have to give medals to the most creative use of your crime.
There's like a Emmys, Oscar kind of award ceremony at the end of the year. You've seen Zombieland?
I've not, no.
Well, they do like a best zombie kill of the year, best zombie kill of the month kind of thing. We'll do that for the crimes that people commit.
Yes. This is like a discount version of The Purge, I've just realised.
Yeah, but anyone can use their crime whenever they want.
Yeah.
But they run the risk that if the crime would put them in prison for even a year and a day, then they would have to go to prison.
Yeah. So that's the risk you take.
If we just need to dot the I's and cross the T's here, and then we can put this in place. If somebody commits a crime, they thought would get them a year or less, it gets them 5 years, they go to jail for 5 years, and then come out, would they still have their one crime?
Nah, they've blown their chance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a free trial for crime. Like you can do a crime without the cost of going to jail for it.
So for good boys and
But
girls,
if you already buy it, you can't get the free trial anymore.
as long as you haven't been to jail, you can do it.
Yeah, okay.
That's a fair point. And then you get like a stamp on your driving license, passport, birth certificate that says, I've committed my crime, I've been allowed to get away with it.
Yeah.
Next time, arrest me.
There we go. We've solved crime, I guess. Have we solved crime? Was crime ever?
I think it would either quench people's thirst to commit crime, or
I think it would just
would
encourage
be
people to commit crimes.
like a gateway to make them commit more crime.
I think even just having the free crime, a lot of people are going to use that free crime.
But
So then there's a huge wave of crime.
yeah, but everyone's going to be quiet about it. They're all going to be sneaky because if they get away with committing their free crime, they've still got a free crime. It's only illegal if you get caught.
No,
So
that's
if
not
they get
the
away
truth.
with it.
You keep saying it. If even if you don't get caught, it's still illegal if you're doing something illegal.
Yeah, but you don't get caught.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
There's no question about this. If you don't get caught doing something illegal, you've still done something illegal.
Well, it's all just perspective, isn't it?
Is it?
Because there's things you can do in America that are illegal here, and things you can
Yes.
do here that are illegal in America.
But if you've done
So-
something that's illegal here, then you've still done something illegal.
Yeah, but my point is, if you don't get caught, then have you?
Yes, you
If a tree falls in your forest and no one's there, does it make a noise?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay, then it's illegal.
Yes.
I have some phone calls to make. I'll be right back.
Okay. Is that a safe behind you? It seems to have been ripped out of a wall somewhere. I'm not quite sure whose wall, but there it is.
It definitely does not say Lloyd's TSB.
Okay.
It says Floyd's ASP. It's a safe. It keeps safe.
Okay. If you don't think your safe is safe enough, you keep your safe in a safe, so that the stuff inside the
keep it
safe is safer.
Super safe.
Yeah,
Safe.
exactly.
Yeah, that's what that is. It's got nothing to do with the helicopters you can hear in the background of the call.
Yeah.
Alexander Jackson, come out with your hands up.
I'm trying to think if anything interesting has happened to me, but it's not really. I've just been working all the time.
Yeah.
Which means I've not really left the house too much. I've just been spending my time doing a mix of personal projects and things for other people.
Have you mentioned doing commissioned work?
Yes, that's not open yet, but it's a plan for the future. As soon as I've got my website finished, then I'm going to open commissions.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's the encouragement I need to get the website done, because if I don't, the longer it's not done, the longer I go without another source of income.
You ain't raking in the money. And
Exactly.
I'm going to tell you this. We are in no position to monetize the Simon and Alex show anytime soon. So
I'm sure we can sell merchandise or something. We are not selling merchandise.
Well, like handmade, we just get a white t-shirt.
We're not doing the handmade t-shirts thing again. That took so much time to do.
We didn't do it for the show. It means
No.
we had like a bark roll that we made t-shirts for. You did make it sound like we've made handmade t-shirts for the show.
I didn't say it was for the show. I just said we've made handmade t-shirts before.
Yeah.
And having to cut out 40 different patterns.
We had to iron them
For
on
20
to the
t-shirts?
t-shirts too.
Yeah.
And every time we ironed them on, it burnt the plastic and the whole house stank of burnt plastic for ages.
Yeah. Perhaps a plastic wasn't the best thing to iron it on.
No, I think the t-shirts that we used, they were like £1.50 each.
Yeah.
They were probably burning just as much as the plastic. So yeah, keep an eye out for the merch. Whenever Simon
We're
can
not
be
making
bothered
merch.
to make us a website, then
I'm not making us a website.
you said you said you'd make us a website.
No?
No, you said when we started the radio show that if I paid for the domain, you would make a website.
If you pay for me to make the website, I will make the website.
No, I'm not paying you for time. I would just be paying to have the web
Then
address.
why
SimonandAlexShow.com.
should I invest my time into it?
Because it's your show too. It's the Simon and Alex show. You're the main guy.
Yeah. I'll just put
You're
it
the
on
big
my
guy.
own
No,
website.
you made that decision. You put yourself as the head.
Mhm.
I'm just the adorable sidekick.
And so my executive decision is we don't need a website.
We don't need a Simon.
I mean, good luck.
That would be a very, very boring podcast.
No, I'm sure you could find someone else, but whether you've got someone to do the editing and, well, I guess you'd give up on the artwork in that case.
I'd probably just continue the Simon and Alex show, but either create like a soundboard of your reactions or try and impersonate you myself.
I'm not sure how well that latter one would go.
Help! It's Simon Lake.
I do not sound like this.
Welcome to the Simon and Alex show. How are you? Have you been up to much this week, Alex? I ask this question every week.
I really don't
Every
know this accent.
recording. Twice
That's a good question to ask.
You hear me ask, Alex. Have you been up to much this week? No, yeah.
I mean, given that I tend to ask the same sort of questions, and usually whenever you're off on one of your long stories of you doing something stupid, all I have in that story is I just say, yeah, oh dear. And so a soundboard, I think, I could be very easily replaced
Soundboard
with a
would
soundboard.
work.
Yeah.
I
I think we should do that one week and just not tell people. Like, you just find clips of my voice
Oh no, there's
from
gonna be
earlier episodes.
there's definitely at some point going to be a week where you're busy or you're away.
Yes.
And I'm going to have to either do that or take the bits of the podcast that we've gotten rid of from previous recordings and try and splice something together with a soundboard too. So yeah, I could have fun with that. It would take way more time than just getting in a guest.
Well, true, yeah.
Presenter. You have a friend, Alex, that you always threaten to replace me with.
Yeah, it's because he's got his own radio show.
He has a radio show.
Yeah. I think we should do a crossover at some point.
Yeah, the Simon and Alex show.
Yeah.
And then we go on I'd be down for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has... Does he still have primetime radio?
It all changes at the start of the year. Same goes for us, really. We don't know what slot we have next year.
What was it? 11 p.m. last year.
Nah, I went to 10 p.m.
Oh, amazing. Does he listen to this?
No.
Ah, okay. You, Alex.
Yeah, I think that might be a little bit harsh, but...
No, he's a The fact that you keep threatening to replace me with him is enough. I've met him like twice.
Yeah.
He's actually a super solid guy, but...
That's the thing, like, if I did actually replace you with a different Alex, he doesn't make stupid decisions like you do. So that's half of this show of me just having a go at you for doing something stupid again. It
would just be two Yorkshire guys.
Yeah.
Doing whatever the hell Yorkshire guys do, and nobody would listen.
I don't know about nobody, but I agree. It certainly wouldn't be the same.
Thank you. That's actually very, very, very sweet.
Can you remember what movie you were watching this week, Alex?
Something about, like, killing people to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, catchers. I have no idea.
No, we are watching The Platform.
That's the one.
It's a Spanish movie that I've heard very little about. It's fairly rare that we pick a movie that I've not seen as well.
Yeah, it's my choice next week too, isn't it?
I don't think so.
No, it is.
Nope, let's count.
I get 1, 6, 11, 16.
You had episode 12.
Only because we missed one.
Yeah, that was your problem.
No, it was your fault. So next week's my week.
No, it's not.
No, it is.
We'll deal with this argument in the next half.
There is no argument.
There is an argument here.
There isn't.
You're the one that didn't remind me about your episode.
No,
yeah.
Because we forgot. We did the whole...
You forgot?
No, I didn't.
You did?
No.
Well, you must have done, otherwise we would have had the episode.
No, because you always shoehorn in your film, and you made me think it was episode 10 when it was episode 11.
I never told you it was the wrong episode.
You did.
Nope. We'll find some way to settle this.
No.
I think I would say an arm wrestle if I was anywhere near you.
I'm just gonna phase you out. Fade you out.
What is this?
Ripen in the sun.
What on earth is this? I've never heard this before.
It's good for everyone. It's another harvest festival.
I have actually no clue what this is.
It's the Harvest Festival, Samba Festival.
What?
Sorry, you learned it. We learned it in church, actually. So
right, okay.
It doesn't surprise me that you, unfaithful
Alex, I went to a Church of England school for 5 years of my life. I think you've been taught by like this. This does not seem like a Christian song. I don't.
No, we'd sing it at Harvest Festival. We'd bring our fruit and vegetables, and we'd want to share the best of all the good things that we've been given. And we would sing this song. We'd sing songs about combine harvesters, and it's great.
I genuinely have no idea what to say about this. It's so surreal, I guess.
No, I think it's an educational video.
There is nothing more grating to me than the sound of children singing in like a school play sort of thing. Like, yeah, it's great if you're their parents and they're like...
Oh no, Simon, this sounds like a music video.
Oh.
It's like sweet corn and aubergines dancing around in trousers now.
You know, sometimes I do understand why you are the way you are, Alex. And it's things like this.
When we bring our fruit and vegetables.
I'm just going to go into the second half now.
Vegetables.
You're getting faded out.
Things that we've been given.
Before we get started here, I do get the impression that we are going to be discussing spoilers about this film.
Yeah.
What could be considered spoilers. So before this, I do recommend that you go out and watch this film, because I think it's a really good film.
I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
I wouldn't say I enjoyed it, but I think it's a good film. But we'll get into that. All right, so if you've not seen it, go give it a watch. It's on Netflix.
It's only like an hour and a half long too.
Yeah.
Which doesn't feel like it's long enough to waste any time, really.
Yeah.
So definitely give it a shot.
This is one of the few times where we'll tell you to stop listening to our podcast.
Yes.
Just temporarily. Do come back.
God, please come back. Please don't leave us.
Right. Yeah. The Platform. Recommended to us by my sister.
She has incredible taste.
I wouldn't go that far, but, a broken clock's right twice a day.
Well, as far as films go, it wasn't bad.
No. It was really good.
Like, for what it was definitely gripping. It caught my attention and it kept it.
Yes. There are few movies that physically disturbed me as much as this one. Like, some of the scenes in this film were uncomfortable. Yeah. Like,
when the old man dies,
yes.
The first old man that he's on the platform with,
mm-hmm.
just as they started to dig into his flesh,
yeah.
I took a quite big bite out of a beautifully ripened plum, so that wasn't fun.
Oh dear. Why would you do that to yourself?
I had a bowl of fruit with me when I was watching it. I didn't expect it to get as gory as it did.
Yeah.
And that's on me.
I mean, well done for them for conveying that across pretty well.
I like the premise of the film.
I think it's a good premise.
I like the dilemma that they would have to go through, whether or not to eat lots of food on the top floor or ration it out and save it for the people on the bottom floors.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was very good. Was there any significance behind there being 333 floors?
Did you not pick up on that?
I knew there were 333.
Yes.
I watched the film with a friend who suggested that maybe it might be something to do with, because there were 2 people per floor, there
exactly.
were
that's what I gathered.
666 people,
yes.
And that's like the devil's number.
There is a lot of Christian imagery in this film.
Is there?
Yeah. I mean, they constantly call the main character the Messiah around the end point, and he sacrifices himself at the very end.
It ended quite abruptly.
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't expect it to end where it ended. I expected at least another 5 minutes of film after.
No,
but it ended quite quickly, yeah.
Just leaves you with questions, but, all the best films do, I reckon.
No, it's a fair point. I don't think they made a wrong decision by leaving it where they did. I just think it was quite a shock to just have it end so abruptly.
It was an impressively diverse cast for this. And it never felt... What do you mean, diverse?
Yeah, no, what do you mean diverse? Like women and men?
I mean, one of the main characters is transgender, for instance.
Are they?
Well, there you go. Yes.
The main guy's transgender?
No, I said one of the main characters.
Wait, which one?
The woman with the dog.
Oh.
Okay, well, there you go.
You learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
The dog.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. That really wasn't fun.
I think they missed a trick. Do you know when they were tending to the woman on the bed?
Yeah.
And the dog was on the table eating the food?
Mm.
I think they should have sent the dog on the table.
I thought that was what was going to happen.
That's exactly where I thought it was going. And I was saying, if they kill this dog, then I will be so mad.
Yeah.
And then they kept the dog alive and killed it 2 seconds later. So. No, that is exactly where I thought they were taking the movie.
Yeah.
What would you do?
What would I do?
Have I asked that?
You've not asked this, no.
Ah.
This is...
Would you be moral and only eat your fair share of food? Or if you were on a higher level, would you eat more? Because there's 333 levels, but I feel like after level 150, there's no point in having any more levels.
Yeah.
Because there's no food at 150 anyway. So it doesn't matter whether you're 151 or 332.
Yes,
you're
exactly.
You're going to get the same amount of food. It just gets more depressing knowing how many floors there are.
Yeah.
So if you're on level 150, you at least might be in the mindset of, oh, there can't be many more than 200 floors. But if you're on 300, then there could be way more floors. You don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's just the point you reach where, like, okay, it based on how people are, you are not going to get anything after a certain point.
Yeah.
Now, as to the question, what would I do? The obvious answer that everyone is going to want to give is be like, oh, I would just have the like smallest amount I need so that everyone else can have some. Any like person who sees himself as moral.
But I feel like until you're put in that situation,
exactly, yeah,
then it's so easy to say that's what I would do, but it's harder to put yourself in their shoes.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
And with like hunger, which is one of the main like primal instincts of people, if you get to that point, you're going to lose. You're not going to care about being civil to other people at that point. You just need to survive. That's your natural instinct, to survive.
I find it crazy that every human has a limit to a point where they will kill and eat another human just to survive.
Yeah.
I would consider myself very moral. I would consider you quite moral. I don't think that's something that you would do, but if pushed to a certain point, everybody has that limit.
I genuinely don't think I would go through to that point. I don't think I would ever, in any case, like eat someone. I would rather kill myself before eat someone else, quite frankly.
I would rather kill myself before eat someone else, but if someone else was already dead...
I don't even know about that, if I'm being honest.
But again, it's hard. You've never been in that situation.
Yeah.
You'd never know. I'm going to cross my fingers here and say that none of us will ever be in that situation.
Yes.
But
I don't think any of us are going to be in a huge vertical prison where food is rationed out by a lift in the middle.
A lift that has no pulley system, no weights.
Yeah, no, it just sort of floats.
It appears to work on some form of
it's
mystical
magic.
Power.
I think it's a drone. Now there's drones underneath it.
Makes perfect sense.
Everything's run by drones nowadays. I thought it was an interesting choice to see how you get the occasional shots that don't really have anything to do with the main story, where you see them preparing the food at the very top, and you see how much effort they're putting into it.
I love those.
Yeah,
I really like those scenes.
It's
when they highlighted the importance of each person who's each person who's on a platform gets to choose a dish to eat, and each one of those dishes are like expertly prepared and sent down. So if everybody ate their own dish, then everyone would survive. But people are greedy, so they eat other people's dishes as well as their own. I like that. I liked seeing I didn't quite understand, but are the people who are preparing the food, they're not aware of what the platforms are they?
I think they know a rough idea, like the woman with the dog. She had a rough idea and she'd been working there, but she had no idea how deep it went. Yeah. I'm not sure anyone has a full picture other than those at the very top.
And that's why they sent the child up, because everybody at the top was under the impression that there were no children under the age of 16, weren't there?
Yeah. And
so they sent the kid up to prove there was.
But it just struck me as, I don't know how to describe it. It was just, it seemed odd that they were spending so much effort on how the food looked and how it was arranged and everything. Like the guy in charge in that suit, around halfway through the film,
they found a hair, didn't they?
Yeah, he got angry at finding a single hair in one of the dishes, and it sort of feels like, well, most people aren't going to get any of this food anyway, so why does it matter what it looks like?
Yeah, these people are allowed to kill each other.
Yeah.
These people are allowed weapons, and they're allowed to just go... It's lawless, but the food that they're given, I guess it's the only... Apart from the one item they can bring in, it's the only, like, liberty and bit of freedom that they have.
Yeah.
It's, like, the only thing to look forward to. But if you were on the platform...
Yeah.
What would be your one item?
What would be my one item? I'll be honest, I thought the guy that decided to bring a rope, that was some smart thinking, even though it didn't exactly pan out. But depends. Am I in there voluntarily?
Yeah.
Because that was also a weird choice. People chose to go in there. The main character chose to go in there.
Yeah, but they went in to get like a diploma.
Yeah.
Diploma?
Would you do
Is it
that?
Diploma?
Diploma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do that to get your degree? Like, if you had a guaranteed first, and say the main guy was only in there for 6 months. That's how long it took to get his degree.
If all I had to do was sit in a new room every month and hope that I get put in a room where I can get food.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would do it, but I'm saying I would have to sit down and consider it.
There's no chance I could volunteer for something like that. I mean, statistically,
Why not?
People in the film don't know how many layers there are, but now that we know how many layers there are to the platform, right?
Yeah.
And they were already having like scraps of food by level 48 at the very start of the film. And if it is purely random which floor you get every month, it's basically like 80% of the floors are miserable, like utterly miserable.
Oh yeah.
And if it's random, then there's no sense in doing this. It doesn't matter what the reward is. Also, 6 months for a degree. You just imprison yourself for 6 months and you get a degree. That doesn't sort of feel like you've earned it. I mean, I thought a degree is supposed to educate you in whatever field, and you don't really. Well, you learn things if you imprison yourself for a while, but nothing relevant to the subject.
It's definitely a fair point. It depends who I got stuck in there with too.
Are you allowed to bring food in with you? I mean, you get one item, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, but somebody brought a dog, which
Yeah.
you could eat.
I reckon you can, but like, there's no way you can bring in enough to last like 6 months, for instance.
That's why you should bring like a camping stove or a cooker, and then
Yeah, that's the thing. Is
worst
any of
comes
this
to
food
worst-
hot? None of this food's going to be hot.
no, it'll be hot when it's at the top, and it'll be colder at the bottom.
Yeah.
But worst comes to worst, you get put in the 80% of floors that are miserable,
Mm-hmm.
and you either have to kill somebody that you're in with, or by chance somebody ends up on your floor dead, because that happened a few times.
Yeah.
Then I'd rather be eating cooked meat than
Yeah,
raw.
if I have to eat a person, I would prefer it to be cooked.
Oh, it's the same with anything.
Yeah. Do you know?
But, yeah.
Do you know what human tastes like?
I do not.
There was a cannibal who, in like the 1800s, who wrote a book about how human tastes and how to cook it.
Okay.
Apparently, it tastes like veal.
I would have guessed chicken, but only because everything tastes like chicken.
I don't. Very few things taste like chicken. Doesn't matter how many times someone says the quote "tastes like chicken." Chicken doesn't really taste like much.
It doesn't.
No, like if you're having chicken like unseasoned, it's just miserable, really.
Yeah. So sorry. Did you give an item?
I didn't give an item,
You did not.
mostly because I'm stalling for time to think of something. Do you know? I think it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Some people brought instruments into the prison, right?
Simon, if I was put on a platform with you and you had your goddamn guitar,
No.
I would
There
kill
is
you-
some
I'd
thinking
kill you
that's
on
gone.
the first day.
No,
I would kill you on the first day.
There is some thinking going into this, right? Okay. So obviously you've got the guitar to keep you occupied, to pass the time. Sure.
The strings, you can just round the neck.
Yeah. If you need a weapon, there's I guess the strings, or you can just smack people with it. I guess.
No.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Mm.
The strings, you can strangle your cellmate with them, and you're in there for 6 months. New cellmate every month. How many strings does the guitar have?
You're right. It does have 6 strings.
There it is.
Okay. So there you go. Not a bad choice if you're ever put in this scenario. How about yourself?
I feel like I'd want to say some kind of weapon, but only to protect myself.
Yeah.
People had guns.
Did they have guns?
Yeah. They said that people were. They never showed any in the film, but they said people brought knives,
Yeah.
guns,
She did
all that
say.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether a gun would be good for protection.
Bring in a katana like that one guy near the bottom did.
It's not a bad shout,
Yeah.
but I also feel like with a gun, worst came to worst, you would have an easy way out.
True. Yeah. I mean, I think there is a fairly obvious easy way out of this being
Oh, it's to
the
throw
huge
yourself down
hole
the
in the
pit.
center. Yeah.
But
Why? I mean, I guess they have to clear it up because when they reach the bottom, there's no like huge pile of bodies down there.
No, because they just land. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that would have to go.
I was assuming the platform was always at the bottom, but no.
No.
What is at the bottom?
Nothing. As far as we could see, it's just a huge empty abyss.
Oh.
So, okay, you were thinking a weapon. You saying gun?
I'm going to say gun.
Okay.
I've never fired, never held a gun, but
Yeah.
I'd go for gun.
Now, did you? I mean, it was fairly, clear what the sort of message from this film was. What this is all an allegory for. What do you think of that?
The theme of we should all be communists.
Well, basically, yeah.
Yeah, that was I definitely think in that instance
Yes.
is correct. I'm not saying that communism is the best way forward for everything.
Okay.
And I'm only not saying that because I'm not even 100% sure what communism is. I don't really.
I mean, there's a lot of different definitions depending on who you ask.
I don't even know what the opposite of communism is.
Capitalism, basically.
Okay.
I mean, they're not exact opposites, but nothing is really.
So yeah, I'm gonna say that in that instance, sharing things evenly worked, but not always.
Okay. Well, there's that. Okay. Who do you think is to blame if you were in this prison and no food came to you? Who would you blame?
If I'd opted in, I'd blame myself.
Yeah, I think that's the best choice here, because you got yourself into that situation.
If I hadn't opted in, then it would be because I'd committed a crime, and I would blame myself.
Yeah, true. So, okay, just yourself for being in that situation.
Yeah, I don't think...
What if you were wrongly accused of a crime? Right, you've done nothing wrong, but you are forced to go in here. Then who do you blame?
I'd blame... Because you can't blame whoever sentenced you to do it. But you also can't blame whoever... You could blame whoever committed the crime, but you don't know who that is. You can blame someone without knowing who they are. Yeah, I blame whoever committed the crime.
Okay.
This is why everyone should have one free crime that they can commit.
We're not going back
situations like this wouldn't happen.
Okay, so
we'd be living in a happy world.
So with our new system for dealing with criminals, we have you've got one crime. If you use up that crime and commit another crime, you get sent to this like torture prison where you get no food.
You save your crime. Like when you're in first place in Mario Kart, and you have a banana. You keep that behind you. You pocket the crime just in case you do get wrongly committed of a crime. Then you're like, yeah, you can send me to the platform, but here's my get out of jail free card.
No, we did just say in this previous half that it's only for petty crimes, and I doubt for a petty crime you'd be sent to this sort of prison for even a month.
6 months. 6 months is less than a year prison sentence, Simon.
Yeah, but I mean, you get fed at a normal prison.
You get fed in this prison.
Yeah, I mean, not really.
Do you get to bring an item into a normal prison?
I mean,
you're not allowed to kill people in a normal prison.
Yeah,
you're allowed to kill people on the platform.
That doesn't make it better. That makes it worse.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
I think our justice system needs a bit more work before we can implement it.
I think we need to reevaluate it. Go back to the drawing board. Come up with a new system that works this time.
And then, once we have a big entry to politics in 2033.
Is that when we're running?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
That's good. I mean, it's a good thing that we did implement the one free crime system before I got taken by the police, because otherwise I wouldn't be here to record the second half.
Yeah, of course.
But we're knocking it on the head for now. We think it worked. It worked for people like me. We just need something new, something that's going to benefit everyone.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. And we'll leave that at that. Now,
we have a dilemma, don't we? We're at a crossroads.
Yeah. I've had some time to think.
You think it's your week to pick the film.
Alex, I've had some time to think, and quite frankly, knowing the sort of movies that you've watched, I am in need of a break from something as emotionally draining as that movie. So I'm willing to say, yeah, you're right in this case. You can have the movie this week.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. See?
Okay. Now please
Give it
please
time
don't pick something
and
distressing.
It'll get better. Well, next week's film will be...
Yeah.
It should be uplifting. It should be fun. It should be funky.
Okay.
It's Flushed Away.
Alex, I've already watched this film this year.
And
Oh,
it's a good film.
I know it's a good film.
When we did the Robots podcast, I didn't watch Robots again.
What? How often do you watch Robots?
No, I'd watched it recently enough to not have to watch it that week.
Okay, right.
So,
Well,
yeah,
I mean, to be fair, no,
Flushed Away.
you remember Robots like line for line. You don't have to watch it at any point to remember every single thing that happens in the film.
Robots
Okay.
is a good film. Flushed Away is also a very good film.
You could have picked a different Aardman film. The one that I haven't seen in the past year, which is all of the other ones.
They don't have Hugh Jackman in though, do they?
No,
It's
it's
kind
true.
of a
true.
selling point for me.
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
So
Right.
thank you for tuning into this week's podcast.
Mm.
And yeah, look forward to chatting to you all next week about Flushed Away. Any last words, Simon?
I wish you'd picked a movie I hadn't seen recently.
Okay, well, at that,
Mm.
goodbye.